And if the birth rate collapses, that's the end of your country. That's the end of the workforce. That's the end of the world for your people.
Yeah,
and this is a problem that's facing the West, and that was part of the social engineering that got imposed on Germany after World War II, because it was a conquered nation and because the Jews were looking for revenge, and the government provided them an option by allowing them ruthless forms of social engineering. This is warfare. Population control is warfare. It's covert warfare. In the United States, it was covert warfare where the Jews and the Protestants united against the Catholics and promoted birth control first, and then the Jewish sacrament arrived, which is abortion. Only now is it coming out, with the possibility that Roe versus Wade, the abortion decision, may be overturned. The Jews are now coming out and saying abortion is a fundamental value, and if you prevent us from having abortion, you will prevent us from keeping our religion. The Holocaust narrative is the fundamental myth of the American empire. That is why the Americans are good people. That's why you should simply roll over and play dead whenever the Americans show up.
Let me get your opinion on what's going on with Ukraine.
You can't reason with Anthony Blinken. You can't reason with Victoria Nuland. They have relatives who died in the Holocaust, and they're always right. And so they had this messianic attitude, the Jewish revolutionary spirit, and they provoked the war. That's what caused the war. There wouldn't be a war if Donald Trump were in power, but Donald Trump's controlled by the Jews as well. So this is the fundamental problem of American foreign policy or American government. Do we have representative government? I think the answer is no. We have $1, one vote. The money rules the government, and the money is controlled by Jews, and they are the ones who determine the basic policy of the United States of America. And that's why we're at war with Iran. This is not in the interest of the American people. It's in the interest of Israel.
But what about the elections? I mean, is Trump going to be back for 2024? What does it even matter if there? Either way, in terms of foreign policy anyway, it's going to be the neocons that are going to be calling the shots anyway. You know, it's like the Pax Judaica rather than the Pax Americana. Anyway.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
So the guy I mentioned as the great white hope right now, if you use that term, is Governor DeSantis of Florida. Well, he's every bit in bed with the Jews as Trump was. So what are you going to do? You're right. That's the fundamental problem of American politics right now, is Jewish control of the government. And the Vatican Council played a crucial role in the collapse of the policing of Hollywood, because they did a document on the Jews. It's the Holocaust narrative I've already mentioned, which got internalized in the church. And basically the Jews were no longer enemies, which is the way they are certainly portrayed in the gospel. They are enemies of the entire human race. That's what St. Paul said. It wasn't Adolf Hitler, it was St. Paul. I'm praying for the peaceful end of the American empire. That's what needs to happen. God is going to bring this about, because no empire lasts forever.